You are now tuned in to the Chaotic Culture Podcast.
It's the KKP on your mother flipping airways. Hear the name ringing through the halls and the stairways. You were listening to a pod that can segue. All the latest topics guaranteed to fill your headspace. It's a safe place to voice your opinion. Say what you feel just like you're a kid again. Kid to pro and friends, black as obsidian. Chaotic culture, that's the world we living in. So what's the word?
All right. Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of the Chaotic Culture Podcast about what chaos rules and black culture is supreme. The Chaotic Culture Podcast is brought to you by patreon.com/Chaotic Culture Pod. Please be sure that you subscribe to the Patreon to get bonus episodes, content, and of course to help keep the lights on. Once again, we appreciate your support. You can support for as low as $2 a month. If you have not checked out this podcast will deep dive into modern black culture and how millennials, Gen Z, and Gen Alpha can navigate the crazy parts from finances, black business highlights, black professionals, community, content creators, homeownership, HBCU, sports, black nerdom, anime, wrestling, and especially black music. If it encompasses black culture, we're going to cover it. Live from the 410, I am the host and the creator of the Chaotic Culture Podcast. This is your boy, Ked the Pro, a.k.a. the Calculated Millennial, a.k.a. the Encore Presentation.
Can I get an encore? Do you want more?
A.k.a. your favorite toxic adjacent king, Ked the Poet, Ked the Closer, all that good stuff. 843 is me. Baltimore's the place to be. Always chaotic, never toxic most days. And back again once again with your favorite black culture highlights and black culture shenanigans. It's the fellas night out as always. To my, I guess it would be to my right. Is the one and only Scuba Steve joining us for the first time for season 7. Steve, please go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
Hey, what's going on? It is I, Scuba Steve, aka Scholar's Day or whatever, aka the Instant Negator, aka don't call me Gambit because I can never be your X-Man. And I'm just here, man. I'm just here to get in here for season 7. It's time to go, man. It's time to get it live. It's time to represent.
Yes, sir.
What time is it? I don't know if y'all old enough for that.
I might be. I don't know if law is.
Hey, not too much.
I feel it. I actually forgot to cue up your music, bro, on the pad because I made some changes, when we went to the panel or whatnot. So I have to re-add the Water Boys part. But anyway, I'll be sure to do that sometime soon. But of course, joining me at the bottom here is, of course, the co-host of the Chaotic Culture Podcast, the man who's been with me since the very beginning. You're the boy Law. Please go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Top of the day, depending upon when you're listening. It's your boy Law back again for another episode. Just happy to be here. Good spirits. A true holiday is coming upon us. So, yeah, we're going to get into it.
Yep. For those who don't know, his birthday is soon approaching.
Yes, sir.
Then in a couple days. How old will you be, Law? 28, 29? 29. Okay, I thought so. I was like, he not 30 yet, but he getting there.
Whoa.
Hey.
Not yet.
Nah, take your time, bro, because, yeah, when 30 will be here before you know it.
I believe it. Waking up every day, just sitting on the edge of the bed, like, all right.
Gotta shift some knees.
Right. Gotta warm up the engine first.
that old black painting with the woman in the dress doing that, like
Yep.
Yep.
The Popeyes worker, the Popeyes employee.
Y'all remember Shorty with the short cut and the pink jacket? She's all of that. Yeah, man.
All of that, man. Hey, so of course, we always begin every episode with a mental health check. Of course, you're free to talk about what's going on in your life or not. You can just, tell us how you're feeling. But if you're willing to share with us as a pod, feel free to. So I will let somebody else go first. Law, if you want to go first.
Where I'm at mentally, I'm in a good headspace. Work is flowing. everything seems to like just kind of be falling in place, and I've gotten more so out of trying to force things and just allowing things to naturally flow. And I think when I had that mindset switch, things begin to actually, just start naturally flowing. So, like I said, my birthday is Sunday. Um, Work is good. I've been consistent now in the gym because I took like a 2-month break where I was going on and off, and so I'm actually getting back into it, and I feel good. I'm waking up great energy, sore, but I mean that's a part of the grind, So nothing really that I could complain about. If anything, just keep us in prayers. Being in Florida, we got these storms off the coast, so just praying that everything goes the opposite direction so that I don't have to pack up and evacuate.
Nah, that's really real. I definitely want you to be safe out there. Hopefully you don't have to evacuate with, but yeah, the weather's been kind of nuts lately, in general. We can talk about climate change and whatnot because to my opinion, it's real. I don't even want to say it's an opinion, it's a fact, it's real. But still, with everything going on, please continue to be safe. Please continue to watch over yourself. And again, proud of you for getting back into your journey. I'm actually trying to get back into the gym myself. If I can just kind of get rid of this last bit of this cold that I got. Because I don't want to go to the gym and I'm over here coughing and hacking and whatnot. That's a no. But still, I'm actually doing good as far as like my weight. I dropped down to 185, so I'm doing good so far. Just having better eating habits, and it might be also because I'm eating before certain time periods as well. Like I started eating before like 8 p.m. and I think that is on purpose because I have to be asleep at a certain hour because of my job. So it's like, all right, well now it's forcing me to eat earlier, and on top of that, got to maintain the 3 meals. Like anytime I'm going up and going to work, like I may not be eating right at 3 a.m. like around that 4 or 5 o'clock time period. I'm like, all right, well let me grab like a breakfast bar or something, and then having a lunch, and then coming home and having dinner right before I go to sleep. So trying to get in that 3 square meals, and of course continuously walking that building has definitely improved on the weight loss. Mentally for me, I'm straight. I am doing pretty good. Had a couple of dreams once again with my grandparents, and I think all of my grandparents grandchildren, like all of my cousins, were like having dreams or having memories hit at right around the same time, because I saw my cousin, did a post on Facebook. He's the firstborn cousin, so he did a whole tribute to grandma, and then my my older female cousin, the one that's like closest to me in age, she had posted about grandma as well, and I'm just sitting here like, dang, and I just had a dream about her. So all of us, I think, just got hit at one time. So, or at least some of us did. I can't speak for the other grandchildren, but I know 3 of us definitely got hit at the same time with that. So hopefully we are doing okay. I know that I am. Sometimes it's a sobering thought to know that your grandparents are no longer here, but still, I celebrate their accomplishments, and I know that they're watching me, and I'm hopefully I am making them proud. So that's all that I can really say to that. Steve, how are you feeling, man?
I'm all right, man. Like, I had a mishap earlier, but I'm confident that it's gonna get solved. I don't feel like companies are that stupid to think that somebody would spend that kind of money in one day, but you never know. But yeah, like I got hacked or whatever, and some bank fraud, but it'll be all right. Other than that, man, I've been cool. I've just been working, going to work, doing the same little things, working out, trying to get back in shape, stuff like that. Trying to get back into at least kind of decent shape. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't gonna be. I'm not going back into running crazy amount of miles and stuff like that like I was in the military, but I'm in pretty decent shape now. I'm in bulking season, if you will. So yeah. I don't
Yeah.
I don't put on a little bit of work, you know what I'm saying? I'm starting to get under these 80-pound dumbbells, stuff like
Okay.
that. So
Hell yeah.
I'm getting there. So try to get up there. I'm trying to bulk a little bit, and then I'm gonna cut in the spring right before the summer. But I don't want to get too bulky because last time I got real bulky, and then when I stopped working out, that turned into fat, and that was rough. so I'm trying not to get too bulky, but I am bulking up a lot. As y'all can see, I'm kind of covering up the bottom half, but yeah, I don't want everybody to see. But I want it to just be like a random, like I pop up and it's like, damn. So
for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Other than that, man, school, kids, baseball is a real season. Like,
Yeah.
bro, like these baseball games is crazy. Practice on Tuesday, game on Thursday. Sunday is like a scrimmage, this is just a lot, bro. And then they take pictures in between and all sorts of other stuff, bro. And then band. My daughter is play the trombone.
Ooh,
so she's in marching band and all that stuff.
Come on.
Varsity as freshman, so first chair, all that stuff. So I got to go to those competitions every Saturday. They have like an all-day competition type thing, marching band competition.
Yep. Is it a core style or show style?
I don't know. Let me look at it because I got the little flyer right here. I can pull it up right now.
Wait.
Okay.
Because I know high school for me, and it was oddly enough, I went to high school core style, so roll step, DCI, all of that.
Yep.
And then going to Hampton, it's all about the high knee and putting on the show. So that was a true culture shock for me in the sense when it boiled down to it.
I don't actually say on here. But I do know it says it starts at 8:30. It says when we win, we will go until pickup will be at 12:15 a.m. So it's like an all-day event. Wow. It was like that last week, and this is the second one. It says even if we don't win, pickup will be at 10:30 p.m. So it's only a 2-hour difference, but we got to get there at 8:30.
Yeah, that sounds like core style because like you got like between I'll say 10 and 12 different bands putting on a 4 to 5 minute show with like different I guess you call them acts, but like it can go till that late.
Shoot, and then like as you said with core style, sometimes those shows last longer. They can some are 4 to 5 minutes, some can go up to 10. It's still early in the season, so they may not have like the full 10-minute show.
Yeah,
but yeah, some of them joints like go up to 10 to 12 minutes. I same experience as Law. For those who know, in high school I also marched core style, but it wasn't a culture shock for me when I came to Hampton because in between the summers I would go to South Carolina State's high school band camp, and South Carolina State as is an HBCU. So obviously I knew how to high step, and I knew how to play what some people call high step and other people call traditional marching band. So that's kind of what my experience was. So when I got to Hampton, it wasn't a culture shock. I knew what was coming. I knew what to expect. I joined band camp late because I didn't know I was going to be in the band. But when I heard them, I said, yeah, I'm not staying away. So I was just like, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to join the band. Freshman week, I was like, yep, I'm joining. So there's that. And I don't regret my decision one bit. And I definitely wanted to talk a little bit about Band World since you brought it up, Steve, because the Capital Battle of the Bands actually just passed this past Sunday. And it was a great experience. There was supposed to be actually 9 bands, and it ended up being 8 because as Morgan State was coming back from Indianapolis, unfortunately their buses broke down. I'm from what I've heard that they have gotten back safely, so definitely shout out to the Morgan State band. I forgot the name of the band just like that. I know the name of the drumline is Hit Squad, but yeah, definitely shout out to them. They were definitely in my prayers, but. From there, yeah, we had a total of 8 bands just putting on a showcase. if you will, at the Capital Battle of the Bands. We actually started off with the Winston-Salem State's Red Sea of Sound. They came through. Then we had Howard Showtime Band, of course, perform. They had Bowie State's, maybe it was 7 bands. I'm losing count, but we had Bowie State's Symphony of Sound, of course, perform. Then from there we had the Virginia State Trojan Explosion. So it was 8 bands. I didn't lose count. Then from there we got into like the bigger bands. Is we started off with the Sound Machine from Central. Then shout out to Law and Nas alma mater, Hampton University. The Marching Force, of course, came in the building. And then the final 2 bands were the Norfolk State Spartan Legion, and then North Carolina's Blue and Gold Marching Machine was last. So it was a very, very fun event. It lasted a little longer than it needed to because it was supposed to be from 5 to like, they said 8, but it really like lasted 8:45, 9-ish. What really like dragged the program out was because they did a stance battle as well. So they were like, each band is going to get 2 songs. And it started out Norfolk State versus A&T. And they were supposed to play 2 songs each. And then Norfolk played a third. And so, now A&T was like, nah, so we go play a third.
Yeah.
It was like, all right, y'all gotta chill. And then the same thing happened with Central and Hampton. Central and Hampton had a stance battle between each other. Central played a third. And so Hampton was like, nah. And then what happened was that the announcers tried to cut him off, and Dr. Jones looked behind him and just said,
yep.
We were like, yep, okay. And they played a third. So, and in all honesty, it's probably good that they played a third because again, Morgan State did not show up, unfortunately, because of the mishap. Yeah. But still, it was needed. It did again make the program a little longer, but still, what I really appreciated though, unfortunately, Winston-Salem left early, so they had a 3-way battle between Howard, Bowie State, and Virginia State, and all three bands in the stands actually sound really, really good. I will admit that, because Hampton has a balanced sound, whereas all the other bands are kind of brass heavy, the sound is different, but it's still good and it's still clear. So I definitely wanted to shout out Hampton's band for that. There was a drumline battle. Law and I know about this. So the drumline battle was, of course, voted on by the people who were going to be attending the event. And obviously, unfortunately, the battle was voted to be Norfolk State's $1 Million Funk Squad, and I don't know how I felt about them, versus Virginia State's Drum Fi. And Hampton lost out on that vote by like a tenth of a percentage point. So a tenth of a percentage point. It was like, I think Norfolk State got like 32%. Virginia State had 31.8% in the vote. And then Hampton, sticky situation, they had 31.7% of the vote by the time that the polls closed. So I was just sitting here like, man, what the I was pissed, but I was like, hey, you know what? All right. So this is the second time, really the third time that Drum Fi and $1 Million had battled throughout the year, and the second time this season. The first time there was some controversy because Norfolk State, for whatever reason, decided to play a warm-up when they were doing the back and forths at the game, and they were like, okay, I get that y'all throw beats in your warm-ups, but why would you play a warm-up? No, play a cadence, man. Even if you don't think they're worthy, like shut everybody up if you don't think that they're worthy. So that caused a whole lot of controversy, and $1 Million said, all right, we ain't gonna play no warm-ups. So they did play, and as always, $1 Million sounds clean. There was a few mishaps, a couple of drop sticks, very dirt, but very little dirt, but still dirt. But I mean, it's drunk, and not everybody's gonna be like DCI clean, and I don't expect them to. At least not during this part of the season, but either way, they still did good. Drum Fi really confused me because like the first cadence that they had was great. And then they played something else that the tenor drums, I don't know what they had going on over there, but them tenor drums really just messed it up. And then Drum 5 actually played a tonal cadence of there to appeal to the crowd. And I said, well, given the crowd that you have, of course, you know, you're going to get the vote. And obviously they did, and they ended up winning. For context, though, after they played like the extra tonal cadence and whatnot, Norfolk State had, you know, come back and actually tried to play something that would entertain the crowd as opposed to something that was just chop heavy. But obviously the announcers then started trying to cut them off and had the DJ play to drown them out. And we were just like, yo, this is a drumline battle. Like, let them battle, bro. Let them go back and forth if we're going to do all of that. But that being said, I get it because yeah, some rules were being stretched here. So anyway, it was the vote was based on like crowd hype, and obviously the crowd was more hyped for Virginia State. And regardless of how I feel about $1 Million, because I know that they're clean as hell, I wasn't gonna cheer for them. So I would just let that be known. Sorry, I'm like, hey, y'all on paper, yes, y'all were the better drum line today, but this is crowd participation, and it ain't no way I'm gonna be cheering for y'all. I'm sorry, that's just out of my nature. So of course I cheered for Drum 5, even if I didn't think they deserved it. But boy, when I tell you that percussion connection on Facebook, boy, they was having a hard time. Like they was going at each other about when, you know, why was it appropriate for Drum 5 to play, you know, total cadences in a block and things like that and whatnot. And it's all about the music. It's all about the beats. I'm just like, y'all got to read the room, man. These are casuals watching. These are people's parents. These are people who have, you know, they love the drumline battles, but don't know that what goes on within being a percussionist. So obviously they're not going to know the ins and outs of being clean, of what beats you're throwing. If you're not going to entertain on top of, you know, doing the chop heavy stuff, and if you're just going to look boring, they're not going to vote for you.
Facts.
But also, again, you had two crowds there, and again, Virginia State's crowd happened to be bigger than Norfolk State's crowd. But I mean, all I could say was y'all just got to learn how to appeal to the crowd, but we know that's not MD's MO. So I don't know what y'all want me to say, but still, you know, from a percussion perspective, from a musical perspective, yeah, y'all had the musicality. From an entertainment perspective, even when their tenor drums or their chest tenors messed up, they still entertained the crowd. What did you think? So that's what I wanted to bring up, because yeah, there was a whole lot of beefing going on in the percussion section, and yeah, it was quite it was messy. It was very, very, very messy in that percussion connection group on Facebook. That's kind of why I stay out of there half the time, because it's just like a lot of the people who comment and make comments are biased as fuck. Excuse my language. Based on their favorite drum line, and no matter their drum line can do no wrong no matter what. And I'm just like, nah, I just can't get with it. I need some like objective voices to actually, you know, make opinions on this. So that's kind of all that I wanted to bring up, was tell y'all about my recap of the Capitol Battle of the Bands. And it was, you know, a really, really fun event, and DMV needs to do more of that.
Yeah, I can't wait to go back and watch the clips. I was actually on Facebook when I saw the clip of Dr. Jones waving the announcer off. So I was like, yeah, something good must have happened, because he did the captions. It was just like A&T played 3, Norfolk State played 3, whoever else played 3, and then Hampton, what are you doing?
Right.
I was like, yeah, that's Dr. Jones. That's right there.
Yep.
Hands down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So
definitely check PV coming up.
You said what?
I think Grambling PV this weekend.
Ooh, that'll be entertaining. Definitely. I want to see if they have a drumline battle. I know it's going to be a band battle for sure.
That stands battle is going to be stupid.
Oh, I know it is.
I ain't been to the game in a minute, though, the Grambling PV game, but yeah, I used to go faithfully, like all the time.
I feel it. Do you know if it's going to be in PV or if it's going to be in Grambling?
No, it's always in Dallas. It's at the Cotton Bowl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's good.
That makes sense, considering, you know, both have huge fan bases. So
yeah, and most of the people, I mean, not most of them, but a lot of the people be from Dallas that went to Grambling and PP.
Mm-hmm.
A good percentage of them. I mean, of course, they got their locals and stuff, but it's a good middle ground.
Nah, for sure. Because I was just going to ask you gonna make that 4-hour drive to PV?
I mean, that ain't nothing to me.
I mean, that makes sense, considering your job and whatnot. So yeah,
that's a quick little hike for me. But yeah, I mean, it's at the Cotton Bowl, basically at the State Fair. So
okay.
And the State Fair going on right now, so they'll do that. Then I think 2 weeks later it'll be Texas OU, and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh no, I was watching the Cowboys game yesterday. They were shouting out the Texas State Fair, but I ain't even gonna get on the topic of football because I'm just leave that one alone.
And shout out. I mean, hey, look, at least y'all didn't lose yesterday.
We did.
The Cowboys. It was a tie, but I mean,
my team lost. My team lost by 7, but also we had a receiver catch a 76-yard pass and then start showboating, fumbled it, and it ended up being a touchdown.
Oh yeah, I saw that clip, boy.
Yeah.
He caught it.
So
76 yards, and then this man wanted to showboat and lost the football before he broke the plane. And all I could do was just be like, "You've seen videos of this happening multiple times. What makes you decide to do that? Don't showboat before you get into the end zone. Get into the end zone first, and then do what you got to do."
Yeah.
And we lost by 7. We lost by 7. So there's that.
Man, listen.
Texans?
Colts.
We
lost to the Rams. Yeah.
Yeah, all I gotta say, man, is at least as much as I hate Aaron Rodgers, at least the Steelers won, man. Shout out to them that we were able to beat the Vikings, which is a good team. So I'll give them that, but I'm still not going to, you're not gonna find me praising Aaron Rodgers at any point in time. I'm just gonna be like, okay, Steelers won, great, but but yeah. But fuck you, Aaron Rodgers. That's all I gotta say. Because I can't stand him, man. This is just like, why did y'all sign him? He's a good quarterback, yes, but why?
I mean, well, y'all wasn't gonna get much out of Justin Fields. I don't know if you watched.
I thought he would have been the better option, honestly, because he's younger and he's more impressionable, and of course, he still has time to develop. Granted, I know right now he plays for the Jets. He's not the reason that the Jets are trash, though. The Jets in general are just a trash organization. But what do I know, man? I don't know nothing. That's why I don't work for the NFL or work for any of these teams. I'm just a fan. I am just a fan. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing some more band battles this year. To comment also, Law. So apparently, $1 Million Funk Squad ended up running into DOA, which is Central's drum line, at the buses. And I watched that clip, and I'm like, look, I know that there's a lot of praise going around for MD, but they not invincible. DOA came with that heat.
I need everyone listening to understand, as a product of North Carolina and having grown up around NCAT and Central and the plethora of other schools in North Carolina, DOA has been on the come up. Like, I grew up watching Winston-Salem State because my sister is an alum. So we would go to homecoming. So watching Winston-Salem State, Fayetteville State, all of these North Carolina schools, man, I'm telling you, they programs are like that. And so, like, for a lot of years, even when we were marching CAD, people would sleep on DOA. DOA is that silent killer, bro. They not called DOA for no reason.
Nah, you're right. and I wish more people would open up. And I knew how good DOA was. I wasn't expecting that. And when I heard them clips, I'm like, oh, yo, like, if this battle went longer, I don't know if MD would have been declared the winner. I don't even think MD was declared the winner at all, because a lot of people were saying, like, yo, DOA took him to task. Okay, well, you know what? We'll cross that bridge when we get there if they battle again. But yeah, DOA had that heat, man, and I want people to stop sleeping on them. Also, at the end of the entire showcase, Cold Steel did perform. Cold Steel, for some odd reason, doesn't battle drumlines anymore, but they still are, one of the biggest show drumlines ever. Like they really had a spectacle of a performance. I got that clip. When it comes to entertainment factor, they were definitely the most entertaining drumline. Unfortunately, as I said, Sticky didn't get a chance to like really show off the way that they wanted to. But I know that battle between Sticky and MD is coming up actually this week. So yeah, the Battle of the Bay is Hampton versus Norfolk State is literally this weekend. So that'll be interesting. Hopefully I get to see some clips. Hopefully there will be a drumline battle and we will, determine if, Hampton has gotten back up to the standard, which they have from what I've seen and what I've heard. They've been really doing some great work. I just want to see, I really want to see the reaction of them, the boys who MD. I really just want to see how they react to when they actually see Hampton for the first time this season. So we'll see. We will see.
On the 50.
Yep. And it's in Hampton too. So I know that they're gonna make time for the battle. They tried the battle last year, but y'all know how Norfolk State gets, and it got a little rowdy. So not between the drum lines, just people.
Yeah, in general.
Yep.
You can skate.
Man, you look. Norfolk is anytime that I go to Norfolk, I always have fun. It's a little ratchet, and I mean, and I say that very loosely because it is really a lot of ratchet, but it's still fun. And them boys know how to have a good time. Just sometimes you got to remember where you at, and it's Norfolk, and Norfolk got some folk out there that's a little. Let's just say I've worked in Norfolk, certain neighborhoods. I know not where to go. So. Yeah, look, I'm just saying. Anytime someone mentions the Huntersville neighborhood in Norfolk State, I'm like, don't go there. Just don't go there unless you know somebody. Or Tidewater Park, don't go there unless you know somebody. Really, don't go to Tidewater Park unless you know somebody. I'm just being real, really, really real. But
I'm gonna save my stories for another time.
Hey man, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, so we got through the band battles and the drumline battles. That was the one thing that I really wanted to talk about that happened this weekend. Really, truly, this is just kind of a fun time for us to like go into some pod questions. I do have a couple here, and this is just open for for everybody, not just us, or rather not just me. So we've got our first question, of course, from our very good friend of the pod and also of Inside the Mind of a Blurred, Rob J. He actually asked a few questions here. So for the pod, favorite musical of all time?
I'm going to go with, it's a toss up between Hamilton and Dreamgirls. I'm gonna go with Dreamgirls though. I think I'm gonna go with Dreamgirls.
Hey, good choice. Good choice.
The new Dreamgirls.
Okay.
Or the newest one.
The newest
I don't
one.
catch any strays for this, but I don't think I have a favorite musical.
It's okay if you don't, man. I know like
I don't
musicals in self is not like a lot of people still aren't into them, and that's perfectly fine.
I mean, do you count Milan?
Oh,
It's a Disney musical. I mean, why not?
Like that was like dope to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's showing that like, hey, I'm a badass and I'm also helping save my family and whatnot. So like, that kind of resonated with me growing up, just from the aspect of like, being a family oriented person.
Mm-hmm. This one's a little harder for me because I'm a theater kid, so like there's a few musicals running in the back of my head, like, oh, which one was like my favorite musical of like all time. It's really kind of hard to go against Dreamgirls just because of like the cultural significance that it has in my life, but and then Hamilton is like really, really, really good too. So, but and Honestly, man, I'm gonna say it's probably Rent, and I hate to be a basic bitch,
Ooh,
but
I ain't bad at.
Rent is good. Rent is just too good, man. Like, and I'm talking about not the movie Rent is fine, but like the musical Rent. Oh boy, like it is. There's so many musical numbers that didn't make it to the movie, and it's just like, yo, nah, Rent is like that.
And Tick Tick Boom.
Yes,
Tick Tick Boom is fire. We going all of them. We got Chicago. Chicago's fire.
Mhm.
I like Wicked. They say Wicked 2 is gonna be better. I don't know. We're gonna see.
I'm waiting for it.
What about West Side Story?
West Side Story is good.
West Side Story is really good.
I like Hairspray.
I love Hairspray. That's in my top 10 of all time, like Hairspray.
Dang, it's so many. I mean, and these, when you say musicals, those are one thing, but the biopics be good too. That's about musicians. Because then if we start diving into them, the Frankie Lyman story, Ray, like we can really go into a lot of
yeah.
We can go into a lot of them then. That fucking Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes.
That joint was incredible.
Queen, bro. Yeah.
I didn't know they had. I don't know what I knew about Queen, but I found out a lot more after I watched that movie. I was all like, bro, I didn't know they had slaps like that.
No, bro, a whole lot. Some of the songs that you didn't know were Queen until you heard it. You're like, wait a minute, that's Queen. Bro. As I got older, I was like, oh shit, boy, they had a lot.
I thought they had 3 or 5. I wouldn't expect it, bro. It was like 20 different songs. I was like, bro, that's them too. Like I was like, bro, that's they lined up as crazy. I can't wait.
Doing on Frank Sinatra.
I think they did do one on Frank Sinatra. Or it's coming out.
I can't remember if I saw the preview for or if it was like in works or whatnot. But
I think I just saw a poster for that. I think that's coming out. The Frank Sinatra joint. They need. I mean, while he's still here, knock on wood and everything, because we don't want to wish anything like that. But I'm ready for my Stevie Wonder biopic, man.
Yes,
that's what I'm ready.
I think that one's gonna come after he's well and past. Knock on wood.
Crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy because it's just like, dude,
he's right here. Go get that.
Literally right here, and has so much music,
bro. When they do that movie and you found out how many he got.
Yeah,
because the Queen one caught me off guard, but when I listened to the Stevie Wonder collection and I listened to all 40 songs, I was like, bro, this is nuts. I was like, bro, his catalog is insane.
And he's making music going dated to like the 60s, right?
The 60s, bro.
Yeah,
like the early 60s. He had a lot of music. When I looked at his catalog, I was like, oh, I didn't know it was this deep. Like,
bro, the definitive collection will let you know everything you need to know.
Yeah.
There's so many songs in there that you like, bro. These songs are songs that you think is like original songs now or something like that in the 90s. Those is all Stevie, bro. That shit is nuts. That definitive collection is nuts. I think it's like 40-something tracks on there, and every single one of them is a song that you know.
My playlist.
Yeah, bro. The definitive collection is gonna be crazy. And that Michael Jackson joint coming out. And they said his nephew was going crazy.
Okay.
His nephew was playing him in the movie, and they said he bodied him.
That's
what's up. I can't wait to see that. And then I just looked up at the Frank Sinatra biopic. Apparently, our Leonardo DiCaprio is a part of it. So it still hasn't come out yet, or at least this one hasn't.
I saw a poster for it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I saw. I knew I saw something about it, but the director is Martin Scorsese, so it's supposed to be coming out pretty soon. So that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, Leo, his go-to.
Yep.
Yeah, he go straight to Leo first whenever you make a Bro, by the way, I heard that. I know I guess we're just going, but that Leo movie and Tiana Taylor movie that just came out. I'm hearing that shit is fire.
Some War.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. They said that mug is crazy. Leo, Tiana Taylor, Regina Hall.
Mm-hmm.
Said it's going crazy.
Okay, I actually had planned to check it out anyway because I was like, yo, it's been a while since I've seen like a Leo movie. I think he took a little bit of a break. You know, he got that Oscar and was just like, all right, I'm good, and chilled out for a second. But now he's like back into it for real, for real. So
He got like Rebel Moon or whatever. The Apple on the Apple TV. I was
oh yeah, that's right.
that mug is long though. That mug like 2 hours and 45 minutes. I was like, nah. I was like, I'll check it out when I can, but nah.
Okay, speaking of movies, I just watched the Final Destination. Bloodlines. I watched that. I watched the new Jurassic Park Rebirth. And what was the third one? Ghostbusters, Frozen Empire. I know that one's been out for a minute, but
that was good.
That was my Saturday. I spent it watching movies. So
the new Ghostbusters actually are decent. They're not getting the love that they should get.
They're not.
They're not.
Those two movies. I think it's because of that other one that they did with the female led cast. And then after that, like people just been turned off from Ghostbusters. But the last two movies that came out after that, those must have been really good. They're just not getting the credit that they deserve.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of Ghostbusters movies don't get the, like you said, don't get the credit that they deserve because a lot of them try to like either recapture the originals and kind of don't do their own thing, or they kind of go all the way left field with it. And it's just like, instead of trying to, you can capture a little bit of the sentiment from the original movies, but don't try to go like copy and paste band for band, word for word. Like do something a little different and make it a little interesting. But that being said, the Ghostbusters franchise, I think not only the movies, but I think the cartoons should also come back as well. That's just me, because there's so many we had like so many cartoons from the Ghostbusters. You had the Ghostbusters, you had the real Ghostbusters, you had like the off-brand Ghostbusters, you had Extreme Ghostbusters, which was my shit when I was a kid.
Bro, that shit was fire. Them cartoons was fire.
I'm saying. And then it's just like on top of that, like you got like between bridging generations, which is what I feel like the last two were doing. Because if I'm not mistaken, the one before Frozen Empire was with the kids, right?
With dude from Stranger Things.
Yeah. So like they're trying to bridge the generations to like bring that nostalgia, not only for like parents, but like get their kids into it as well.
Pass the torch. Yeah.
And so like with that being said, like it's like the last three movies are all about breaking I won't say societal norms, but just trying to, like you said, pass that torch and get folks to, just think outside of the box. I had said it in a previous season episode that Hollywood is dead. Like, you look at some of the movies that are coming out, and they're trying to reinvent the wheel and try to, do these remakes, and some of them aren't living up to the original. And so what I feel like Ghostbusters is doing is they're in the right direction. They just are getting the latter end of the stick.
Yeah, I'm wondering, because they did do that one right, and I'm wondering if because there's been chatter about them coming out with like another Back to the Future, and I'm wondering if they're gonna get it right or if they're gonna ruin it or something like that. But yeah, you just got to be careful, because some of those fan bases are so crazy. Like Back to the Future, when they announce that, or if they do announce that, it's gonna be an anarchy. Like it's gonna be a huge uproar of people being like, "Don't touch that." But I watched The Long Walk this weekend. That movie was
on my list.
Bro, that's also on my list.
I wasn't expecting it to be as sad as it was. Low key kind of weird how it was sad like that. It was sad. Yeah.
So was it more like gory sad or like sad?
There's gore in there, but I mean, it's not super gory. It's sad because, I mean, obviously they're competing in that race for money. So they start telling their stories of why they need money. And that's where the sadness kicks in. Where you're like, dang, this is tough. Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine. to your comment on the Back to the Future thing, like if there is another movie, I'm going to proceed with caution with that one too, because I just know that they have such a cult like fan base. It's like, okay, so if they do this, I hope they get it right, because I know a lot of people are gonna be mad as hell if when they try to do the remake anyway, and even if it turns out good, people still gonna complain about it regardless. So
because they're just gonna be like, Hollywood don't got original IPs and stuff like that.
Okay.
But the thing is, when you get an original IP, like I didn't feel like him was as terrible as people said. I think it's a decent movie. I don't think that it's a 10 out of 10. I don't think it's like people was like shitting on it like it was the worst movie ever. It was like a 5 or 6, and that's okay. Like some movies are just good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and that's just all they are. But it's an original IP. That's what you wanted. Or otherwise, you can keep getting these remakes. You know what I'm saying? So you can't pick and choose, man.
no, you're right.
I don't know if y'all saw they're bringing back the Avatar movie that had came out.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing like a week-long redrop because it broke the press box or whatever. So they're trying to spend that. I haven't watched it, but from what I heard, it wasn't that good.
I watched half of Way of the Water. I still haven't finished the second half. Like I was just kind of like, okay. And then the fact that they're going to continue the story with fire and ash, I'm just kind of like, okay, are we doing all of the elements now? Like the first one, I guess, was air. So now then we did water. Then there's fire. So I'm guessing the very last one's gonna be earth. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with this, but it's like I want to, and then at the same time I don't when it comes to Avatar. And we talking about blue people Avatar. We're not talking about the Last Airbender. That for those who are confused. So I guess you know, I'm not going to go in the theaters to check out Way of the Water. Like, if I really want to watch it, I'm gonna turn on my Disney Plus / Hulu, and I'm gonna just watch it right there, or find a pirate site. If I really just want to watch this, then yeah, I'm not about to sit here and stress myself over that. That's a lot. We had another question from Rob J, but before we get to that, I did want to ask Law, how did you feel about that Jurassic World Rebirth? I haven't touched Jurassic World since like the first Jurassic World, just because I'm like, if you've seen one Jurassic Park movie, you've seen them all.
And the conversation that we're having, in my opinion, is kind of like a remake of the original. If you remember the very first Jurassic Park, they had the mosquito extracting DNA, and hopefully I'm not spoiling it, but just kind of giving context. They're essentially doing the same thing in this last movie, but putting it in a present state or sense.
I see.
I mean, it was good. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't anything that was gonna be like, wow.
I figured as much. It's like the Jurassic series at this point is not gonna die. They're gonna keep going no matter what. I checked out after the first Jurassic World. I was like, okay, this is good, but then I didn't see the other two, and then I haven't seen Rebirth, obviously. So I'm just kind of like, all right. But okay, moving on. Rob J asked another question. He said, "What's an album that you listen to at least once a week?"
Mutt.
That's yeah.
I was gonna say the Definitive Collection for Stevie Wonder. I was going to say Forest Hills Drive.
Yep.
What else do I listen to once a week? Those are the two for sure. Oh, I've been listening to I've tried everything but therapy. Teddy Swims. Yeah. Those been like he put out the whole thing, all three of them together in one album, whatever. So that was a good one too.
Good Things Take Time by Deontay Hitchcock.
Yes. Deontay does not get enough love.
He doesn't.
He
And I
does not.
mean that album, like I thought, what was the one before that? I gotta find it now.
You talking about Once Upon a Time, or you talking about Better?
Better.
Yeah, Better.
I thought Better was good. Now I still listen to that too, but Good Things, like that just like kind of expound upon what Better was hitting on. And so like anytime I'm like in a thinking mood or like I'm like within thought, I just throw that on, even if it's just background music, just to kind of help shape what it is that I'm thinking about and just get out of whatever funk it is that I'm in.
Facts.
That's facts, man. That is facts. For me, obviously Good Kid, Mad City. Like, I go back to that album just about every time. For a while it was GNX. It's still not out of my rotation. I just don't listen to it like once a week now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what other album, because I listen to like so much new hip hop. It's like trying to keep up and then still trying to listen to your favorites has been kind of difficult for me, because I've been going back and forth on trying to, you know, catch every album that's been dropping, or every hip hop album that's been dropping. Obviously, I'm not going to listen to every single hip hop album that's out there, but I'm gonna try to pay attention to the newer ones, obviously. Let me see. I'm trying to think of and if there's any other like album that I listen to like almost on a weekly basis. Sometimes I go back old school and listen to The Score by the Fugees.
Okay.
I also go back and listen to my favorite Outkast album is Aquemini. So I go back and listen to that quite frequently as well. And those are some of the ones that I like, really like.
Outkast, aren't they supposed to be dropping another project here soon?
I don't know. The way Andre is moving, saying like, you know, at his age, what else does he have to rap about? I don't hold no stock in that. If they happen to drop another project, great. But at the stage that they're in, it's just kind of like, you know, if they choose to do so, great. If they don't, you know, it is what it is. They have 6 albums, 5 classic for sure. One that was still really decent, even though it didn't get, you know, enough love. So it is what it is. The Sun's Tirade by Isaiah Rashad. That is something that I often go back to as well. Like I go back to that quite often. So shout out to Zay. And then there was like one more that I had off the top of my head. That's like I said, I got so much music running through my head. Lately, of course, I've been listening to, you know, Clips's album, Let God Sort Him Out, just to figure out if it really truly is like the hip hop album of 2025.
Yeah.
So far, I mean, there's a lot of good rap, but they actually might have it this year. We still got a few more months to go before I make this definitive list and then do the episode. So we'll see what happens.
I haven't listened to it all the way through. I keep getting like stopped either like right at the beginning or like halfway through. So I got to devote some time just to check in with my music and everything that I have queued up. I'm telling you, these, like, even though like 7:30 to 2 might seem gravy, but like when you're nonstop working from 7:30 in the morning to 2 p.m., I mean, with a lunch break, it's just like, yo, like you don't even have time to actually turn like music on. Like if you don't already have it playing, like you just, it's a different breed, different beast. Steve probably kind of know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, like you need to have music.
It makes the day go by, but like when you check in and y'all had quarters, or I don't know what y'all call it. We call it quarters.
We call it CQ or staff duty.
Yep.
The 24-hour joint. But is y'all's 24?
So for E5 and above, they have 24. So and it's split by the 8 hours. So, but like whenever I go to the ship, it'll be 24 hours. So I would have to be on the boat.
Yeah, we used to have to sit there for the whole 24, and that was it.
Mm.
Yeah, wasn't no swapping out, no none of that. You sit there the whole 24.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
I think we the only ones that still do that. Or we was on like I don't even think the Marines do that. I'm like, the Army is the quote unquote biggest branch. You can sit this up into 2 12 hours. Like you could split this
Or
into 2
three 8s.
Yeah, you could easily do that, bro. But instead, they rather just make people suffer for 24 straight hours, and then will come in there and take your rank if they catch you sleeping. And I'm like, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's wicked.
Yeah,
Craziness, man. Craziness. Oh, so another Rob J question. He asked like 4 here, so this is question number 3. If you win the lottery, what's the first thing you're doing, and what's the first thing you're buying?
Going to work. You will not know that I hit the lottery, but there will be signs.
yeah, be a lot of signs. My work ethic could be trash.
Hello.
You can't fire me. What you gonna do? Fire me? Fire me? Okay. Like I don't know. Honestly and truthfully, I'm like the total opposite of what everybody else be saying. How they be like, I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna have a mask on and all that stuff. No, I want y'all to know that all you people that played in my face, you can't have $1. Like you gonna know that I won. Reach out to me and I'm gonna be like, no. Like no. The answer is no. There's nothing you can do about it. Like
one funky penny.
I hear you. I hear. For me, I'm kind of like Law. I'm gonna go to work, but I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna put in some time. I'm like, it ain't gonna be one of those things where I'm gonna disappear and just quit. Like no. It's gonna be one of those slowly but surely you're gonna see me start disappearing. Like I'm gonna be here one day and then I might not be here the next day and then I'll come back and still work a couple days and then you may not see me for another 3 days and then eventually you just won't see me at all. But I'm kind of like Steve in the sense of, okay, everybody in my family, granted, everybody in my family on my mom's side, I ain't got to worry about. But I know there's some people on my dad's side who might be like, hey, you got some money. I'm gonna be like,
no.
Yeah. You my dog, I love you, but
no.
but as far as what's the first thing I'm buying, let me pay off these student loans. That's really gonna be the number one thing. Like that's going to disappear, and then we can talk about everything else. Like I can get my priorities straight before I buy anything. Like let me get out of debt. Let me clear this debt out real quick. Get this credit card paid off. Get these student loans paid off, and then we could talk about like luxury stuff if I'm buying anything. But the rest is probably going into a trust fund, or at least the majority of it's going into a trust fund, so that way my kids can have some money by the time that I'm long dead and gone. So
yeah, I was gonna say for me, I don't even think I'm at the point of like that materialistic side of things anymore. Like, yeah, I like to go and get a pair of shoes and clothes, but like, I really can do without. Like, I think my next like big purchases are just gonna be investments, either into myself or businesses around me, just so that I can have something for, like you said, my kids to have when the time comes. So I'm just trying to build generational wealth and bring that to my lineage. No bullshit.
For sure.
I'm probably going, like, especially depending on the amount, but let's say that I won like the big one, I'll probably put $5 million each in account for each one of my kids. You know what I'm saying? So that can grow and stuff like that. And then after that, travel. Like, I don't really care about material like that, but we finna travel. We finna go see everything.
I definitely want to travel. Get out of these United States.
Yeah.
To think about it, like $5 million certificate of deposit, bro. The interest on that is crazy.
That's what I'm about to say. I put like 5 to the side. I mean, because what can if I won 80 or 90 million dollars, if I lost 15 to that and they building something for themselves, generational wealth, that ain't bad. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
So that's what I would do.
Put a 2 to 3 year time lapse on it, depending upon the age range. Man, what? That's set for life, bro.
Yeah. Which I'm gonna ask this question now: if you were to win the lottery, say that the lottery was $1 billion, and you happen to win that lottery, are you taking the tax hit and just taking the lump sum, or are you doing like the incremental payments?
No, I'm gonna go ahead and get the tax man out the way.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't want no incremental payments.
Nope.
Because the way that the world is so fucked up, if I was to pass before I got the whole thing, they'll find a way to take that money.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's
That's
just
where
like
you insert. It's my money, and I need it now.
you know, exactly. Take your taxes. Go ahead. I don't care. But like, I need to get this money for the generational wealth. Because the way that they did Hugh Jackman is nasty work.
Mm-hmm.
Like that joint, the way that the government took it, they basically made it so he quote unquote in his will, if he died first, then he was giving all his money to his spouse. And his spouse was going to give that money to the kids.
Mm-hmm.
They did an autopsy and they proved that she died before he did. So since she died before he did, when he died, his money doesn't go to her because she did. So the government took it.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was like, bro, that's why I was like, this world is so crazy now. That's nasty word.
Nah, that's very nasty word. Like I'd
To
be
everybody listening, you know, you might not be at the point, but talk to your people and figure out how to set up wills so that your people get something from it. Because when you die, if you don't have nothing set up, the government is taking it.
Oh no, for sure.
Taking
Listen, I'm 34 and I have a will. Like it ain't much, but it's like, hey, it's going to somebody just in case something happened to me. You know, you never know. So I made sure that I got my will straight. Thanks to my mom, and I know my brother has one, and then I know my dad finally has one. And I was like, out of all of us, I was like, Dad, you the one that need the will for real. Like out of all of us, because he got some, you know, I ain't gonna tell my dad business, but it was like, you got some assets that you gotta make sure we can secure. But you know, if something were to happen to you, and you know, judging my parents' age, it's just kind of like, all right, look, both of y'all are, you know, in the early 70s. We just got to be sure that we got everything in a row. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to sound morbid, but you never know.
It is. Like
Proper planning.
Be too careful.
Yep. All right. Yeah. Rob J's last question. He said, lastly, who are 3 fictional characters that you despise?
Skylar White from Breaking Bad. What's her name? Gemma from Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, yes.
That's crazy that it's all women. Let me find a dude before this turns into something. Because those are some terrible characters, but you got to find a dude. Who is a dude that I hate? So we're only doing 3, right? I hate Griffin from Berserk.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's number 1 anime character I hate with a passion. Griffith is number 1 for me. I gotta name 2 more because I'm gonna do another anime character. I can't stand the woman formerly known as Malty, aka Witch, or any other names from if you watch The Rising of the Shield Hero, like I can't stand her either. And then if we talk in like in live action fictional characters that I cannot stand, you already said Gemma from Sons of Anarchy, but who was dang, there was another one from that same series that I just
from Sons of Anarchy. Pretty much all of the characters.
all of the characters at you know at
Have
some
shitty
point,
moments. Yeah, they got some
yeah,
bad.
has some very very shitty moments. I think the only people who I will say protect at all costs in that show was
Jack.
what was his wife? What was Jackson's wife's name?
Oh man, she got did so dirty.
Yeah, she really did.
Fuck you, General.
Tara, Doctor. Yeah,
Tara, Tara.
yeah. Tara, protect her at all costs. I'm trying to think who was the who damn who was Chibs the
Okay.
Chibs, yeah, the one with the scar. Like I like Chibs. Chibs was the one of the reasonable ones.
I like the buddy too with the long hair, the chubby dude.
Start
Start with a T.
talking about Tig? No. That's Kim. Those are-
That's some good characters on Sons, man.
Yeah. You talking about you talking about Bobby?
Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby got done dirty too.
Bro, they
God, he
did.
got done so dirty.
They did a couple people dirty on that.
Yeah. Clay, that's what I was thinking of. I can't stand
Oh
Clay.
yeah, Clay got to go.
Yeah, Ron Perlman, he portrayed that character to the point where I was just like, dog, I can't. Ooh, I hope you get killed off soon, bro.
Yeah. He had to go mainly because of his character in general.
Yeah,
Like, brother, it's your best friend's wife.
exactly.
Like, brother, you
Exactly.
For me, it's gonna be Aaron from Attack on Titan.
Oh, that might be a hot take.
I can't, like, you started out like super into everything, and then you found out the truth, and then you just like, all right, everybody can catch fire. Like,
bro, what's crazy is somebody posted on TikTok. I guess he was watching Attack on Titan from season 1. You see Aaron a couple of times in the scenes in the background, just walking around as a normal character.
Wow.
He been posting them on TikTok. I gotta find the link. But I was like, if that's the case, bro, that nigga's goated with his right for just putting him in the back of the scenes. Like, I was like, he goated for that if he did that for real.
my second one, I don't know if y'all watched The Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Buddy that was fucking Rick's wife.
Shane.
Hey.
He basically Clay. He basically Clay.
Yep.
I can't stand that man. And I mean, it was crazy enough that he got killed off. But then it leads me to the question: was the boy his?
Oh, well, you talking about the girl, the little girl?
Yeah, little girl. Yeah.
I don't know, brother. I don't know. That man, he definitely shouldn't have been messing with Rick's wife.
Yeah.
And then she kind of just was like cool with it too, kind of in a sense, bro. Like, you didn't know if this was Rick Kid or not. That was kind of nuts.
And then my third one, it got to be the dad from Rick and Morty.
Why? Why?
He just
Jerry is hilarious.
He's hilarious, yes. Don't get me wrong, but like, dude, like, you gotta know that, like, you gotta have some type of like backbone, bro. I feel like when it comes to that family, he just get walked all over, bro.
Jerry be going through it, bro. That should be hilarious, though.
He does.
Those are my three, and then honorable mention, Doofenshmirtz from fucking
Phineas and Ferb.
Yes.
That's got to be a childhood thing.
I like Doofenshmirtz for real.
Gotta be a childhood thing.
Bro. Like, you're beefing with a fucking 12-year-old.
He's beefing with a platypus, real talk. That's really
bro.
You know what I'm saying? So those are my three in the honorable mention.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Oh, I also honorable mention because I restarted my King of the Hill journey. Nancy,
Yeah, she wrong for what
she,
she doing.
she
Yo,
she's just
dead ass wrong.
dead wrong. Like I could have said Cotton because Cotton got on my nerves, but I was like, man, you know what? Nah, Nancy, no, because how is it now in adulthood that this man still doesn't know? I'm just like,
Bro, that shit is crazy. And he just be chilling. Like
Right.
Living life.
yeah. Nah, that's
terrible character, man, and man,
And
and
Dale is just like oblivious.
oblivious to it all. Bro.
oblivious.
It's like
He oblivious to it all. What's his name? John. Not John. What's the son? What's the son name?
Talking
Forgot
about
his
Joseph.
Joseph.
Yeah,
Bro, name the kid Joseph is
right.
that's diabolical, man.
John and Joseph. Like
That is nuts. And then his name is Dale. Like, bro, you didn't even try. You didn't even try to incorporate him to make him look like he did something nice.
Mhm.
But the thing is, if you look at him and you look at John Redcorn, like
They obvious. It's obvious, but it's like, bro, Dale just don't got it, bro. You talk about somebody that I guess no backbone, like, bro, that's low key. That's worse than anything that Jerry has done. Jerry ain't walked around for 30 years thinking that he at least say something. he might not stand up for himself and do no fighting back. But he gonna say something. You gonna hear his mouth.
Wow. Yep. Well, those are some of the characters that we do not like. Let's see. So we got a couple of questions here from let's see, 2D Punisher. And he said, well, it's really more like one, but he said, what is your favorite piece of media of 2025? And it could be TV show, movie, games. And for those who don't, what 2025 media are you excited for?
Favorite piece of media to come out this year.
Yep.
Okay, we do the low hanging fruit of Sinners.
Yes.
Or Sinners. We got. I really enjoyed The Long Walk.
Okay.
I thought that was really good. Was that this year? Paradise?
Yeah, Paradise was this year, beginning of this year.
Yeah, Paradise. That was a very good piece of literature.
Very good.
Scissor 7 came out, the new season.
I still haven't tapped in. I'm tripping. I need to get back on Scissor 7.
Y'all gotta get on Scissor 7 is fire.
Yeah.
I think that's it so far. Wicked will come out in November.
Mm-hmm.
Other than
that's
that,
part 2, right?
Yeah, part 2.
Yep, part 2.
I think that's it.
For me, I would probably say looking forward to whatever Marvel Studios plans on dropping either. Well, it probably won't be this year. It'll be next year. I think Thunderbolts was good. I watched that on the plane ride back home.
It was a criminally underrated movie, but it really was good.
Gaming wise, I didn't get a chance to tap into the Battlefield 6 beta, but I heard really good reviews on it, so kind of looking forward to that. I've been enjoying NCAA 25. I know that was in the beginning of the year, or end of last year rather, but still going through the year. And then, I mean, call me cliche, but I just been enjoying reading One Piece and getting caught up on that.
I need to get caught up. I'm behind now.
So like, it's actually dope to see how they're animating it based off of, in comparison to the manga. And I'm not gonna say that I'm upset, just because I understand that like there are a lot of moving parts, and I won't spoil anything, but yeah, there's a lot of moving parts. So they're absolutely killing it. Oh, and I'm looking forward to One Punch Man coming out.
Ooh. Ain't that coming out like next week?
Yes, it's soon.
No, hold on.
Because I know it's in October.
Let me check.
You got the date on there?
No, it just says coming October. I think it's the 4th.
4th? Yeah, I think it's next week.
Okay, so it's soon.
Shout out Anime NYC.
Yep. Okay. For me, yeah, Low Hanging Fruit. Sinners was like probably the best movie that came out this year. I ain't gonna hold you. I really enjoyed Superman. I really enjoyed Fantastic Four. I really enjoyed Thunderbolts. All of those were great movies.
Actually, like Thunderbolts the most out of those 3.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. Thunderbolts was, in my opinion, was the better of the 3. But I still really enjoyed Superman, and I still really enjoyed Fantastic Four. I believe it or not, I am still interested in seeing what Doomsday will hold for next year or the year after. So hopefully it'll be good. You know, I'm tempering my expectations, but you know, I think it'll be a decent one whenever we get the next Avengers out. So there's that. I am looking forward to Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. It came out on the 25th. I haven't bought it yet because I was waiting to get paid. And when I get paid, of course, that'll be the first thing that I buy for me after I get all the bills taken care of and whatnot. That apparently is such an incredible game. I'm trying to get back on it because I really want, I'm a big Sonic head and I just want to be able to enjoy a good racing game again. So that'll be the next thing that I buy, is Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. So that is a piece of media that I'm looking forward to.
I've seen gameplay, not to cut you off. I've seen gameplay of it. It looks dope. So when I get this storage situation figured out, that's gonna be one of the games also. For sure.
As far as 2025, let's see, Paradise was also on the top of the list as far as series. That's a great piece of literature as well. We gotta do that. And for me, 2025 has been all about One Piece, which that goes into a different question for that somebody actually asked me personally. But yeah, I just got a question from. Shout out to Yup That's D, who of course we had featured last year as one of our special guests for the pod. D just asked an interesting question here, and I could kind of go into it since I kind of answered the media question. She said, "Oh God, this is really, really off kilter." Okay, fuck, Mary, kill.
Okay,
Big Mom, Blackbeard, Gecko Moria.
Well, that sucks.
That's all terrible choices.
Because wait, I got.
Oh man.
This is weird.
All terrible choices.
So do I have to marry Big Mom? Well, no, because I have to.
You gotta marry one of the three.
Because you have to fuck one of the dudes. Because that's
it's like cool. Hey, tell her, hey, all guys here. You need help.
Right.
Bring in reinforcements.
The aspect of being in the Navy, the ongoing joke is that, all the men are in love with each other. And being a junior enlisted, it's always the ongoing joke is like, yo, bro, I'm going to marry you so that we can get out the barracks.
Yep.
So, not that I'm projecting anything, but fuck. You said it was Big Mom, Kaido, and Moria?
No, it's Big Mom, Blackbeard, and Gecko Moria.
That's crazy.
Listen, just because I'm marrying them does not mean I have to fuck them. So I'm just gonna say this. And as much as I don't want to, at least it's still a woman, and all of us here are cisgendered and heterosexual. So I'm fucking Big Mom. I'm marrying Gecko Moria, and I'm killing Blackbeard. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Gecko Moria is a little. He's a little softer.
It
I gotta kill Moria, bro. I couldn't be in the same household as it.
Can't be in the same household as.
like
No. Fuck no.
it's either that or again with dealing with my mama. It's like okay,
Can't do that one either. I can't do none of them.
none of that. At least you know what? At least I would have something nice to look at as far as Big Mom's older pictures. I'm like, man, you know what? Let me go back and look at these pictures of when you were with the Rock Spiders, because at least I know you looked good back then. I can kind of picture it in my head.
Just a drunk bitch now.
Yeah.
That's what the issue is. Put that bottle down.
That's still diabolical.
Now that's a crazy ass question. She wrong for that.
Yeah, she's very much fraud for this. D. D, when I see you, I'm gonna get you for that. Like, how you set us up? I said that the questions could definitely be crazy. I didn't expect it to be like that. That's insane. All right. And then Rob, the father of Vash, actually had like 3 questions. Okay. So he basically asked, how has your year been so far, and did you have any goals or projects that you wanted to work on this year, or that you're currently working on this year?
Goals, get this on Barnes and Nobles. I mean, and on Amazon, I succeeded with those goals. They are on Barnes and Noble and Amazon right now. I'm still working on volume 2 is done written wise for me, but we still working on that. But yeah, that's it. My goal is to try to get as many sold as possible.
Hell yeah.
Fair enough.
Goals for 25. Basically just be one of the most qualified junior listed in my work center. And I did that within 2 months of being at the command, and now I'm in a whole completely different work center, and I'm basically almost like I'm working with ordnance men. So like I'm going from being an aviation technician to an aviation ordnance man, and I'm basically qualified in both those shops. So yeah. And then I just got put up for Sailor the Quarter, so
okay.
I'll hear back on that in a couple months. So yeah, I mean, everything's been up. Just hitting the ground running and just keeping my head out or keeping my nose out the dirt rather.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
For me, I will say that the year has been, really decent. One of the goals that we achieved, of course, was getting a panel. We succeeded at that with Anime NYC. And another panel that will be coming soon, but that'll be for 2026. So I think we accomplished that goal. From a personal standpoint, obviously, I said that I'm trying to get back into like the HBCU world one way or the other. Haven't achieved that goal yet, but I'm working towards it. So hopefully that, the fruits of that labor will show. But outside of that, I think the goal for the pod, obviously, again, was to get more exposure and to get a panel, which we have succeeded in getting the panel, and now it's just continuing to grow the pod, obviously do some more panels that are affordable, and just continue to try to get the name out there, man, and do more content, whether it be content like this or content about what's going on in society. Y'all know that we, when it comes to Black folk, we don't hold anything back as far as how we can be better, how we can do better, and what we're doing that is that what we're achieving, of course, within this society, and just some things that we just have to, be careful of. And I think we've pretty much reached a lot of the goals that I set out for myself. We just got more that we have to strive for. So with that, I'm looking forward to seeing what 2026 has in store. But we definitely accomplished a big goal here, so we will continue to work on that. Two, how has your One Piece journey been and current thoughts? So I think this one was geared more for me personally, because I'm still behind everybody, but I'm not that far behind because again I'm in Wano now. And my current thoughts, I love this show, man, and I can't believe it took me such a long time to get into this.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's One Piece is fantastic. The world building, the storytelling. I'll admit sometimes some parts drag on a little more than others, especially when it comes to certain people's backstory. But when you hear the backstory of certain characters and find out the reasonings behind the things that they've done, I think it makes more sense to have that kind of story building and world building, because now you kind of get a sense of what these characters' goals and aspirations are, and what drove them to do the things that they did. Obviously, when you see like the background stories of certain villains and you realize like, okay, why are they like this? Like Big Mom, obviously she's had the hunger pangs since she was a kid, and it's never says that she did, but it is implied that she that there's cannibalism involved. So learning that, and then just seeing Luffy and his struggles with I would say his struggles with at first losing Ace and then not realizing that Sabo was still alive and that he had one more brother left, and going through that pain, and then seeing Sabo again and how that made him feel. I think that that was a really 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 feel good moment for me. Seeing just how diabolical Doflamingo really was as a kid up to now. Like, this man was so spoiled rotten and whatnot. Not to say that his part of his crash out wasn't justified, because his dad really went about it the wrong way as far as integrating back to society.
In a sense, you got his mom killed, like how he said.
Like you could have went about that an entirely different route, and that's why I say okay. Part of his crash out was justified, but did he go too far? Yes, but I mean, it is what it is.
It adds to the lore.
Yep. I was gonna say, man, send his pops to the shadow room. I'm like, bro, all right. Okay, bro, you got it. Also, again, I haven't gotten to, I haven't gotten far on Wano. Obviously, I'm on like episode 917, so I still got quite a ways to go. But still, I'm looking forward to seeing more of Momonosuke's backstory, because I know that there's going to be plenty more behind that. I want to see more about what Orochi and what he's done, and what he's done for or what he has caused within Wano. I really want to see Luffy run the hands with Kaido again, because he just got one-shotted where I'm at. So it's just kind of like, damn, dude. All right, you see what you got to work with. So I'm looking forward to all of that, man. This has been a very interesting story so far. So I love this. I loved the growth for Usopp, even though he's still a coward in most cases. He's still, at least now we know where that he's a true loyal sniper to Luffy. I absolutely love Brook. And shout out to Ian Sinclair. He has made Brook that much more enjoyable as a character. Just the jokes, the attitude,
I love Brook. Brook is my favorite Straw Hat. That's not the Monster Trio, obviously.
Yeah, and I said the same thing. Like, Brook is literally my favorite Straw Hat. Like, just he don't got to be the strongest, but literally just the fact that one, he's a musician, and then two, the mannerisms, the jokes, the puns, the everything about it, man. It's just like, all right, yo, Ian Sinclair has range, because for those who don't know, he also voices Whis for Dragon Ball. So you can definitely tell now when you listen, but yeah, shout out to him, because I know that he enjoys playing Brooke, and I really want to see how they do Brooke in the live action whenever they get to that part, because I want to see how they're going to portray him. So,
question is Brooke black?
yes, he's black. that man has an afro, and when he was alive, he was clearly our color. Brooke is black.
Yeah, he's got a skeleton afro.
Yep.
Yeah. Just had to throw that little question in there. But not to your sentiment. You're gonna be. I remember waiting for the week-to-week drop of Landawana, and when it finally got to the point of everything that you just expressed, I was just like, "There's no way it can't get better," and then it kept getting better. Mm-hmm. So, you got about, I'll say 65-ish, correct me if I'm wrong, Steve, episodes until it starts getting good, because they do the Momo background, they do the Shogunate's background, they do all of the background. So
he got, because you right now, so you said Luffy just got one shot, so he's in Udon right now. So you got all of that you got to deal with him being over there. But yeah,
like 65, 70 episodes.
Yeah, because once you get to the planning and all that stuff, like, yeah, that's when you're gonna be like, because I mean, Wano is good, you know what I'm saying, but they take a swing at something and you're gonna be like pissed. When it happens, you're gonna be pissed. But yeah, I can't wait for you to get there. You'll know.
When you know.
You'll know. And then when you do, just shoot a message to us and be like, bro.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Something to look forward to. His third question is, are there any specific things you are still looking forward to for the remainder of the year? This includes like events, shows, etc. I really wanted to go to the Clips concert because they actually did one in Fairfax and then they did one in Baltimore, and I missed both of them because work. So there's that. Unfortunately, I won't be able to catch that. There is still Hampton's Homecoming that's coming later this month in October. I do not know if I'll be able to make it or not. If I do, it'll only be for one day, but we'll see. Because I've never missed a homecoming except for the one when my cousin got married, and of course, I'm gonna do that because it's my cousin. Right. It's gonna be there for family. But as far as like missing homecoming just because that's not family related, it's gonna be different if I do miss it, because it's like, damn, this will be the first time I don't go to a homecoming. But I know a lot of people aren't going to homecoming this year, so it'll be kind of strange. But I think, again, if I do go, it'll just be for Saturday, just to go to the game and then just the fellowship with everybody, because I normally do Friday and Saturday and then go back Sunday. But I won't have the hours, I don't think, as far as jobs. So it is what it is, though. That's still, if I do go, that is still one thing I'm looking forward to. I haven't seen any other like events because I think I attended all the events that I wanted to. There is Super Mag Fest, which is a gaming convention, but that's at the top of 2026, so it's not really 2025 yet. I do want to go there. The passes are on sale, and it's at the Gaylord Hotel at the National Harbor. I do want to attend just to say that I attended because I do want to get the experience. And the theme of Super Magfest is based off of Mega Man, and y'all know that I'm a huge Mega Man X fan. Like, X is my favorite Mega Man, like, out of all of them. So that's something that I really want to participate in, and just get a feel for it. And if we want to ever do a panel there, or if it's just something that we can attend, that's fine. But that is something that I'm looking forward to, at least at the top of the year. Any other events or shows, I haven't really put too much thought into it because we're rolling up on the end of the year, so naturally that's the holiday season. I'm kind of just looking forward to Thanksgiving, spending time with family, since a lot of my family's actually going to be up here in the Baltimore area, since my big cousin is about an hour away from me. I'm not gonna say where he lives, obviously, but this is about an hour away from me in Maryland, so I can get to him. I went to the house last year for Thanksgiving, so my plan is to do the same for this Thanksgiving. And then my mom is coming up. She's gonna be staying with me, so this will be her first time coming to my apartment in Baltimore. So that's something I'm looking forward to. And of course, Christmas is my favorite holiday, so I'm always looking forward to Christmas, even if I don't get nothing. Like I enjoy the Christmas holidays. I enjoy the music. I enjoy the atmosphere. I enjoy just the theme of Christmas, and y'all know how I feel. Christmas music only during Christmas, obviously. I will not play a Christmas song until Thanksgiving is over. I'm not one of those people who will play Christmas music as soon as Halloween is finished. Y'all got me fucked up with that. I cannot do that. I'm sorry.
Hey,
I just can't.
Christmas season is from November 1st to January 4th. Thanksgiving is just a holiday that happens to fall in between Christmas season. That's how it was explained to me. I don't really agree with that.
I don't either. I don't either. My Christmas season is Black Friday to January 2nd. And then after that, I'm all Christmas out.
Yes. And then on New Year's, make it a tradition to take your tree down, because your tree is up during St. Patrick's Day, and that's a problem.
Hey,
take it down.
I know some people who got the synthetic tree, but they take the Christmas decorations off, but then they put, as you said, St. Patrick's Day, they put the St. Patrick's Day decorations up.
4th of July decorations.
4th of July decorations, Halloween decorations. They got all the holidays ready, so that way they don't have to take the tree down.
That tree is not year round. It needs a break.
Listen, you got to tell some of them people that, because some people don't ever take the Christmas decorations down, and I'm just like, what are we doing, guys? Like, really?
I think for me, just looking forward to being able to go home for the holidays. This will be my second Thanksgiving away. Sacrifices. So I got some family down here in Florida. I'm trying to tap in with and go and spend Thanksgiving with them. And then I'll probably take leave and go home around Christmas and spend Christmas at home. So just looking forward to just being able to go home, spend time with my mom, dad, and sister, go and see my grandma and my aunt, and hopefully my cousins will be able to, well, one cousin, she's in San Diego, she's in the Navy as well, but just the ability to be able to go and travel and see everybody. So that's pretty much what I'm looking forward to for the rest of the year. And just starting the new year out with a head full of steam and just recreate this year all over again. This was a good year for me. So with a birthday coming up Sunday, and and like I said, just recreating another successful year.
Okay.
For me, thing I'm looking forward to, I've talked about, is Wicked. I am looking forward to Halloween. Probably go to Fright Fest. This year, I'm going to definitely go to Holiday in the Park. I've never went, and this will be my first year going to Holiday in the Park.
Okay.
I'm not sure what else is coming out this year, other than Wicked. Like, trying to think of what else. Like, usually there's always a big Christmas movie, or a movie that comes out around Christmas. Not necessarily a Christmas movie, but a movie that comes out, and I haven't seen very much marketing for that. So I'm not sure what's going to probably come around the corner. I'm sure there's something that's going to be on Apple TV or something like that, one of these original Christmas movies that'll go straight to streaming service. But yeah, I'm same as Kid though. You don't have to give me nothing. I'm a gifter. So like, I can't wait for Christmas. Like, I'm going to be finding out what I'm going to give people and all this other stuff. So that's just me though.
Word. I will say that if there's something that I want to go to before the end of the year, And I don't think I will be able to, but I still would like to go to. I want to go to an amusement park during Halloween or during Christmas. It doesn't matter which one. I know that Busch Gardens normally does Hollow Scream, but now Busch Gardens is a little further away from me. That's about 3 hours away from me now.
Mhm.
I know that King's Dominion does something Halloween related as well. Hershey Park, I think, might be the closest thing to me now because outside of Six Flags, but Six Flags is closing, and I've been told don't do Six Flags because it was a failing park anyway, unfortunately. So they've shut it down, or they are in the process of shutting it down. So
It only works out here, brother.
said what?
Said it only works out here.
Oh, you talking about Six Flags over Texas?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I heard that was a great park. I mean, as well as Six Flags over Georgia, it's fun. But yeah, I think Hershey Park is probably like the closest thing to me now, outside of maybe King's Dominion. But I definitely want to go to an amusement park during one of those holidays just so that I can experience it and experience the holiday themed amusement park because I haven't experienced it during like the holiday things. I always experience it during the summer, and I've always wanted to do Hollow Scream at Busch Gardens and never got to. Even though I'm not like really big on jump scares and whatnot, and I heard that they specialize in that. But still, I still wanted to go to like something Halloween themed. They do. I know they do Trick or Treat at Hershey Park, and that's something that I want to maybe take a look into. So there's that, and I know Hershey Park has some crazy roller coasters that I'm willing to try out because I haven't been on a roller coaster in a couple years, and I've ridden everything at Busch Gardens except Pantheon, because by the time Pantheon got there, it was the pandemic, and people had to work. There's some new rides at Kings Dominion I haven't tried yet that I want to go on, but I've never been to Hershey Park. And they got some crazy ass roller coasters, so I'm trying to get up there before it gets too late. So that's just me. I think I got one more. D amended her question. So Buck, Mary, Kill, Big Mom, Alvita, when she was still fat. Or or Blackbeard.
Still Blackbeard, huh?
Yes, still Blackbeard.
I guess Blackbeard has to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Mom got all them kids, so she must know how to fuck. And then I'll marry Alvita. My bad.
That would be still,
that was
that's
a good laugh.
still a hard one to wake up next to.
Alvita weaker than me.
Yeah, I was gonna say Alvita the weakest one out of everybody.
I don't gotta be scared of her every time I wake up.
At least she'll eventually get skinny.
Yeah, when she get the smooth food.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what I would go with, me personally.
I think I'm in agreement with you, Steve.
Yeah.
Don't let the weight fool you. She know what she doing.
Right.
All of their kids.
I don't know. This one deserves
Get on some of that liquor. Get some hunger pains. Get some of them hunger pains going. Be a little riled. We gonna get it going.
Fuck around and eat you.
He gonna eat me up. All right. Hey. All right.
Okay. No. All right. I'm back focused. So that was the last question that we got. And with that, I think that there's one more thing that I just wanted to mention. That kind of made me sad today, but you know what? It is what it is. And it's not like it's not somber or anything like that. It's just when you see someone who you know is great and unfortunately they choke or they just flop it hard, it really pains me to do this. But I just wanted to mention, if y'all did not see that, when Absol came to On the Radar with Castanet and whatnot, please don't watch it. I'm just gonna say, please don't, because it's so disappointing.
Now
Absol,
watch it.
you said what?
Now I gotta go watch it.
I mean, yeah, you got to, I guess, but it's like you got one of the greatest lyricists out right now, and oh my God, bro, I've never seen anybody fold like the way that happened. And this is not to say, listen, Absol is not, he's never trash. He is not a trash rapper. He is a great lyricist. He just had a very, very, very bad moment. And I was sitting here like, damn, dude, and this is streaming on Castanet's, like, on his stream. So it's gonna get the wrong kind of publicity. It's gonna get eyes that maybe ain't never seen you rap before. And now you got 180K people thinking that you suck, that you trash, and it's like that's not the case. Dude is, or at the very worst, maybe that you're washed. And it's like, nah, he just something had to happen. Some people thought that he was trolling. I'm like, nah, I watched that performance. Bro was not trolling. Bro literally, I think, just forgot, because I think he had something pre-planned as far as, to rap. So he had a pre-planned freestyle instead of an off the dome freestyle, and I think he just forgot. And it happens. You know what? It happens to a lot of rappers out there. Like sometimes they have something planned and then they just forget. It was just so sad to see. It really was, because this is like, damn, dude, he's literally the best lyricist in TDE, and now he got. Unfortunately, people are the only thing that they're going to remember is how you folded on Castanet stream. So,
and then you did that, and then you got the other dude. What's this? DJ Academics. That's gonna troll it to the oblivion because he already felt like he wanted to press him and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And y'all know how I feel about Academics. So. But that's all that I got for today. This was truly a pod about nothing for real. But I mean, we was just here shooting the shit, and answering your questions for those who drop questions. So yeah, this I think the title of the episode is really gonna be the pod about nothing. So
shout out to Wale.
Yeah, indeed, and I guess Seinfeld for real. Anybody got any new businesses that they want to highlight? Any black businesses that they want to highlight real quick before we get out of here?
No, I don't got nothing.
No.
Word. I don't have any new businesses yet, but as always, y'all know how we are when we support our black businesses, when we do the rundown. I did do the rundown last episode, so I got to do it again just to be sure that we are properly shouting out everybody who has supported this podcast or who has been a part of this podcast in some form or fashion. So with that, big shout out again to Inside the Mind of a Blur. You already know that's the gang. Big shout out to Mike Check Waifu. Yeah, one of the best seasonal anime podcasts that is out there. If you're looking for any new seasonal anime to watch, definitely be sure that you check them out. They have great recommendations. I am still watching Apocalypse Springer. That is the one that they definitely recommend that I watch. So I'm on episode 2 now. I am ready to get through this before the new season pops up as far as the fall, but still, yes. Also, Steve, I know that you hate Dr. Stone, but yeah, the 4th season was really good.
I don't hate Dr. Stone, bro. I just love giving y'all a hard time. I just love giving y'all a hard time. That's it.
I feel you. Big shout out to Anime After Dark, to all the gang out there. Hope y'all are doing well. Big shout out to the gang at Truth and Transparency Podcast. I haven't seen if they've dropped in any episodes lately. I know that they were, going through some things. Mr. Smith was getting married and whatnot. So hopefully they'll return. We'll see if they ever come back, but definitely shout out to them. Once again, big shout out to Dad Needs to Talk, aka, with Rob, the father of Vash. Big shout out to Geek Set Podcast. I know that Deuces has been doing some great things over there as far as his interview series. So big shout out to them. Big shout out to Anime Junkies 3 Weeks in the podcast. Those anime girls. T has been talking a lot of wrestling lately on the timeline, and I'm glad that she's getting invested like we are. So shout out to T. shout out to The Commute. I haven't seen anything lately from them as well, so I got to check on them. And big shout out, of course, to Black Geek Energy, Jardo and my boy DeMarcus. They always get a shout out on here, so big shout out to y'all. To our Black authors, Kay Renee and Elena Graham, I hope y'all are doing well as well. Big shout out to y'all. For our Black content creators, Off Black Mag with Aaron, HBCU Anime with Evan. I think Evan is kind of retooling, you know, and going through some life changes and whatnot, so big shout out to him. I hope he's doing well. Shout out to that new. Cerberus Entertainment, shout out to Tatted Poodle, shout out to the Geechee Gamer, of course, shout out to Shelby with Simply Janine, Simply Baked and Rose Less Traveled. Big shout out to Strange Keith with Out Icons, big shout out to Toasty Marshmallow, and of course, shout out to the Corner 5 with Simone, Courtney 5, Chris, and Sham. And of course, Blur Mom Productions with Scuba Steve over here and the boy Alpha. For our Black artists, of course, shout out to our very own NASA. Please, big shout out to Scoozy, Jack Union, Phil.me, Ellis Quinn, RJ Stackhouse, Quarter, Tyrone Leak Jr., Ari Lachelle. Big shout out to Zach Hines and Fortresses. Zach just actually had a big interview with another podcast, and he's still dropping dope music. Please be sure that you check him out. Also, big shout out to Elena, Zainab, and of course, Imogen. Lastly, before I get into the Black businesses, I want to go back and just say Scoozy is also working on something big as well. So big shout out to him. And I also think he just recently got engaged on top of that. So shout out to the boy Scoozy, man. Hope you're doing well, bro. We definitely got to get you back on the pod. Also, while I'm still remembering, shout out to our boy Brandon Funderburg, a.k.a. Fundy, who is dropping a project now. He's dropped a couple songs as well. And the last time I had Fundy on this podcast was talking about Something in the Water, which was 3 years ago. So we're definitely getting ready to have him back on to talk about his album. That will be coming soon. Be sure that you stay tuned to that. And for our Black business shout outs, of course, Already Paid by Dre, Fresh Nurse, Righteous Minds by Timo, Cases Brand by Christina, Cream Cosmetics by Naima, Mind Over Money by Tremaine, Studio Maho with Pat Yin. Big shout out to She Designs 2 with Aaron, who she is working on some of my cards right now. So there's that. Big shout out to Black Magic / Wands with Low and T, H4 Creative by Zenobia, Real Estate Stone by Meredith, Soul by Bell by Mariah, and Scrappy Sentiment with Sappy. And hopefully Sappy will be able to join us for the next episode. You know, I definitely want to be sure that we once again have our present female voice here, being able to at least hold us accountable for whenever we get a little, you know, too rowdy in here. But anyway. All right, that's the rundown here. If nobody else has any shout outs, let's go ahead and sign off and get the hell up out of here, y'all. So be sure that you like, share, and subscribe to the Chaotic Culture Podcast on your favorite DSP. Please be sure that you subscribe to the Patreon for early access to the podcast and, of course, bonus episodes of the podcast. You can subscribe at any of the 4 levels. But again, you can subscribe for as low as $2. And once again, we appreciate your support. You can follow the Chaotic Culture Podcast on Facebook. You can also follow us on IG and Threads at Chaotic Culture Pod. You can follow us on TikTok as well at Chaotic Culture Pod, because I keep forgetting we have a TikTok now, but we do. So be sure that you follow us on TikTok at Chaotic Culture Pod. You can follow us on X/Twitter at Chaotic Culture 1, and you can follow us on Blue Sky at chaoticculture.bsky.social. And then, of course, you can follow me, Ked the Pro, that's K3D the Pro, on all social media. You can follow Law at L.JR_96 on Instagram and Law96_ on X/Twitter. You can follow Scuba Steve at Scuba Steve 1428 on all social media. You can follow Sappy at Scraps14 on all social media. You can follow Johnny at Daily Trey on all social media. And of course, you can follow Miss Nasa at Nakasa on all social media. Those are our other 2 affiliates. So with that, this has been another edition of the Chaotic Culture Podcast. So until next time, folks, remember, embrace the culture, chaos rules. Be blessed, be safe. God is love. And we are out of here. Deuces.
So what's the word?
You are now tuned in to the Chaotic Culture Podcast. And